I created a tier list of all the 74 platinum trophies that I've gotten. We're gonna rank them from easiest to hardest. I've got 5 different categories here: pain, tough, mediocre, light work, and easy peasy. The colors look a little bit off because I have dark mode enabled and it kind of like makes things look weird, but let's just disregard that. So first order of business, we gotta start out with Assassin's Creed 2. Okay, so Assassin's Creed 2 is Assassin's Creed, first off, is my favorite video game franchise, if you didn't know. Assassin's Creed 2, in terms of difficulty, I think it was tedious in terms of doing like the feathers, like collecting all the feathers. That was the most memorable trophy for me. I'm gonna put this as mediocre because anything that has like these long grinds that you have to do, I can't just put as light work. I'm put as mediocre, but in terms of actual difficulty, I don't think it was hard, so I can't put it in a tough category. So yeah. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Okay, I don't really remember much about Black Flag besides the fact that it has some multiplayer trophies. I think I'm gonna go with mediocre on this one too. I feel like that's gonna be the case with a lot of these Assassin's Creed games, especially these older ones. I feel like they have similar trophy lists. We have a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed games lined up because it's by alphabetical order, I believe. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna do Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is probably gonna get mediocre as well. Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood both came in the Ezio trilogy, which is where I got the platinums from. Odyssey. Okay, Odyssey is one of the newer games. Definitely not like that old traditional Assassin's Creed formula that, you know, I grew up playing. Do I want to put it in mediocre or tough? I don't remember anything particularly hard about it, but I wouldn't say it was light work, so probably mediocre. And I feel like all of them are gonna go in mediocre. Origins, same thing, kind of. Revelations, same thing as kind of like Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2. Rogue, this is actually a really fun game. Rogue, I'm gonna have to put mediocre as well. Syndicate, bro, mediocre is gonna be filled. It's only because it's all the Assassin's Creeds, but the last one, Valhalla, is not gonna be in this mediocre. I know that for sure. Syndicate, I'm gonna put in mediocre. Unity, mediocre. I actually remember like that trophy where you have to get all the chests in Paris in Unity. That one was really annoying. Now Valhalla, I'm gonna have to go tough. I think this is the hardest Assassin's Creed Platinum. The reason I go tough on that, first off, I made a video about it. If you didn't see that video where I got all the trophies on Valhalla, you should definitely check it out after this one, not before this is over. After, I'll put it towards the end. It was very tedious, number one, and the story mode was like super long. Anyone who has went for the platinum trophy on Valhalla can tell you it's just like super tedious. So I'm gonna put it in the tough category. It's not really that hard, but it's just like more tedious than all of these other ones. And we got Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. This one, this game was not hard. You did have to beat the game on hard difficulty, but that was not actually like a hard accomplishment. So I'm gonna go mediocre on this one. Batman Telltale, easy peasy. Anything Telltale's easy peasy because all you have to do is spam any button for responses and you can get a platinum trophy really easily. Battlefield Hardline, I'm gonna go mediocre on this one. You do have to complete the campaign on the hardest difficulty. Because of that, like, I'm gonna put that as mediocre instead of light work. I don't think it's hard enough for me to put it in a tough category though. Battlefield 1, I was about to drop it in light work. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I'm gonna put this in mediocre as well because there's multiplayer trophies, but I don't think you need to rely on like any other people besides yourself in terms of the trophies on Battlefield 1, so it's not a problem. You can get those like on your own. You do have to complete the campaign on the hardest difficulty, and there's some collectibles, but those are nothing crazy, so I can't put it in the tough. There was one trophy though that was really pissing me off. I don't know if it was like a trophy alone or if it was like a smaller part of like a bigger trophy, you get what I'm saying, but basically it was like this one mission where you had to like shoot down planes and stuff, and it was really hard, but that was the only thing that I can remember about that. Battlefield 4, I gotta go with mediocre. It looks like all the Battlefields are gonna get mediocres as well, just because I just feel like their trophy lists are not that hard. You have to complete the campaigns on the hardest difficulty, and yeah, it's a challenge, but it's not like anything that's like, We got Crash Insane Trilogy. I want to go pain, but I think I'm gonna go tough. I think I'm gonna go tough on here. The reason I'm gonna do that is because Crash 4 is pain, and I cannot put Crash 4 in the Insane Trilogy in the same row. I can't do that. Crash 4 was harder than the Insane Trilogy than every game in the Insane Trilogy. I actually just made a video about Crash 4 and how painful it was and how I got that platinum trophy, which you can also watch at the end of this if you'd rather watch this or the Assassin's Creed, or you can watch both of them. I would love for you to watch both of them. They're both great. But Crash 4 was tough, bro. Crash 4 was tough. I literally just uploaded that video a couple days ago, and it was harder than the Insane Trilogy from my memory. Something on Crash 4, I'm not going to spoil it, but there was something in there that I genuinely felt was the hardest thing I ever tried to do in my life. There was something like that also in the trilogy, but once I played Crash 4's difficulty was even harder, so that kind of took the cake. So yeah, I have to put Crash 4 in pain. Then we have Darksiders. This is Darksiders 1. I don't remember anything crazy about this or like difficult. I'm gonna put this, I don't want to say light work. I'm going to put it into mediocre. I feel like most of these games are going to go mediocre. This is Darksiders 2, I believe. And it looks weird because it's inverted, like I said earlier. Darksiders 2, same thing as Darksiders 1. A Day of the Tentacle Remastered. That's easy peasy. If you follow a guide, there's a lot of missable trophies for that game. But if you follow a guide, you get that really easy. Dig Dug. Dig Dug, I'm going to put Dig Dug in tough. If you don't do the exploit on this game, I don't see how you can even... Like, you have to be highly skilled. I did like some saving exploit with a cloud save on PlayStation Plus where you can like save your progress instead of having to restart, something like that. That was tough. Dig Dug was tough. Even with the exploit, it was tough and it was pissing me off. I gotta put that in the tough category. Do I think it's as hard as Crash? Maybe not, but there's not really another category. It's not painful, it's not mediocre. I think it's tough. Then we have Downwell, which is also another, this is an inverted one. I'm gonna put this in tough. It's definitely not as hard as Crash 4, but it's a hard platinum. And especially when you pick up the game for the first time, it's a hard platinum. And if you don't know what this is, it's like a 2D game where you fall down a well and you kill enemies, and it's I was gonna say simple trophy list, but it's not simple. It's just like the trophies, they're easy to understand. That's what I mean. Like, but they're actually hard to get. Fallout Shelter. I wouldn't say Fallout Shelter was hard. I don't want to say mediocre, bro. Fallout Shelter is a fun game to play. I think I'm gonna go Fallout Shelter mediocre. I don't know if it's easy enough for me to put light work, but it's not hard. It's definitely not hard. So we're gonna go put that there. Forma Point 8. If you don't know this game, this is like some 2D game that was free, and you just fly around and do some random stuff, bro. I can't really describe it to you. I'm gonna go in the light work category. I followed a guide to get this platinum because it was like, it's kind of so unpopular that there was no like trophy guide online besides like some video on YouTube. So I had to follow that, and I don't really like doing that, but I had to. Galaga's gonna go in the tough. Kind of the same thing with Dig Dug. Galaga was not an easy game. Without the exploit, I wouldn't have been able to get that platinum, so I had to go there. Game of Thrones, Telltale, easy peasy. Anything Telltale is easy peasy. This is God of War 3. I'm gonna go mediocre. There was like some challenging, or a challenging puzzle. If I'm not mistaken, I think I had trouble with the Zeus fight. I think it was, but I don't really remember. GTA 5. I'm gonna go tough. Not that it's actually hard, but it's super tedious. It's gonna take you a very long time. This is one of my most proud platinums just because how tedious it actually is. And yeah, GTA 5 is just tough. A lot of collectibles you have to do, a lot of time investment. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is pain without a doubt. I actually made a video about Hollow Knight as well, if you would like to check that out after this. But the reason I put Hollow Knight in pain is because you have to do the Pantheon of Hollow Nest, and basically it's like a boss rush mode where you fight consecutive bosses, and if you die, you have to restart from the beginning. And I actually had to do an exploit or like a glitch where you don't take any damage to beat this because I wanted to save time and move on to future videos. I'm not proud of it. The game itself is hard. All the other trophies I did legit. That was the only trophy that I had to, do a glitch on because it was just too hard, and I wanted to save myself time and work on other videos. Horizon Zero Dawn. By the way, if you're not subscribed and you want to see Horizon Forbidden West, I am going to be doing Horizon Forbidden West when it comes out in 3 days as of when I'm recording this. I'm getting the platinum trophy on that. If you want to see it, just hit that sub button. Most of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed anyways. So if you like the content and you want to see more of it, I am dropping more, so subscribe for that. But we're going to put Zero Dawn in. I don't remember anything tough about this game, to be honest. I low-key want to put it in light work. I don't remember anything challenging about this. Like, I was going to put it mediocre, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it in light work. Infamous First Light. I don't remember anything challenging about this either. I'm gonna put that in light work. And now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm gonna go with that logic for those two games, I'm gonna put Darksiders there as well. At least that one. Infamous Second Son. I think you did have to complete this on hard, but I don't remember a challenge. Although I did get this when I was like 14, and that was like 8 years ago. So maybe I just lost the memory of it, but I'm gonna put that in mediocre because I may have had some trouble with it. Just Cause 3. I'm gonna put mediocre. I actually want to play Just Cause 4. I have it, but I have never gotten around to it yet. But Just Cause 3 was a cool game. I love the grappling mechanic. It's really fun to use that. I think there was some trophies that I had challenges with. Like, I know there was like one where you have like a wingsuit and you have to fly through these rings or something. I think that actually did challenge me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Knack's actually not an easy platinum. I'm gonna go tough on Knack. I don't remember, like, I don't have too much memory of this. I got this like several years ago, but I remember it being hard. And if you actually look up on the trophy guide, this is not an easy platinum. It's actually kind of tough. I just remember struggling though. I remember like actually struggling with that. Life is Strange. It's definitely easier than the ones on Lightwork, so I'm gonna go easy peasy on that. You just follow a guide and you're good. Uncharted Lost Legacy. I'm gonna go mediocre on this because you have to beat the game on crushing, and crushing, it's like the hardest difficulty in the game, and it's definitely a challenge. Mafia 3, I don't remember too much about it. I played it some years ago. I don't remember anything particularly challenging about Mafia. So I want to put it in the light work category. I can't really remember though. My name is Mayo. Easy peasy. No, there's no question about it. There's no debate, nothing. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. This is tough. This is tough. That's my favorite video game of all time. It's tough because it's very tedious, time consuming. The game itself is not really that hard, but it's just very time consuming. So I'm gonna put that in the tough. It's similar to Valhalla where it's not actually hard, but it's just a lot to do to get that platinum. So, but it's an amazing game. Mwah, amazing. I love that game. Minecraft I have to go light work. You can get carried to this platinum. Like people literally can just do this for you kind of. So it's really easy. Modern Warfare Remastered, I low-key want to put this in pain, but you know, it's only one trophy that makes it hard. So I'm gonna have to put it in tough because Modern Warfare Remastered has one trophy called Mile High Club where you have to beat the last mission on veteran difficulty. It's a very congested plane and it took me hours to beat that mission. And apparently there's some exploit, some glitch or whatever where you can do it. But when I was doing it, that glitch had not existed, or at least I can't speak, bro. It existed, but people were not aware of it. And then I found out it was, you know, a glitch or whatever, and then I was upset. But I had already gotten the platinum, so there's nothing I could do. We're gonna put that in the tough category. Need for Speed Rivals. Oh, this was like one of my first platinums, so it's been a long time since I got this. Oh, I was like 14, bro. I remember playing the game. I just don't remember how hard it was. I'm about to put this mediocre, I think so. Pac-Man, tough, definitely tough. The same reason for Dig Dug, same reason for Galaga. They have similar trophy lists, and they're all hard without the exploit, but all those three games you can do that same exploit with, or at least you could back then. I don't know if you can now, but I had to do those because they were hard. Pac-Man pissed me off. Pixel Junk Shooter Ultimate, I'm gonna go light work. From my memory of that game, it was nothing really difficult. Prototype 2, this is literally like my second platinum trophy ever, I think. I barely have memory of this. This is literally PS3 days, not even PS4. I'm gonna go light work just because I have almost no memory of it. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, I have memory of this because I played this so much, and this was one of my favorite games when I was like in middle school is when this was out. I'm gonna go mediocre on it. Nah, I'm gonna go light work. Nah, I'm gonna go mediocre. I think there were some trophies on there that actually require some effort. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This is the first one. I haven't gotten platinum on the second one or like the one after that. I never even played the one after that. But Plants vs. Zombies is a great game. I was actually really good at this game too, so I'm gonna actually no. I'm gonna put this in mediocre because there's one trophy where it's like, forgot the exact name of the game mode. It's like a survival mode where you play with like random people, like a co-op thing kind of. And it was actually kind of hard to beat it on like the hardest difficulty or something. Ratchet and Clank. This is not Rift Apart. This is the reboot or the remake Ratchet and Clank of like the first one, but like for the PS4. Light work. I think Ratchet and Clank games are always light work. This is Ratchet Deadlocked on the PS3. From my memory, it was pretty easy, so I'm gonna go light work. Rhyme, easy peasy, really easy platinum. Rocket League, I wanna go mediocre. I'm gonna go mediocre on Rocket League. The most annoying trophy on that is called Far Far Away, where you have to drive like 500 kilometers, but it wasn't actually hard because I put a rubber band around my controller and just let it do its thing as I did other things. Rogue Company, I actually got this recently, and this was easy. Most of the trophies I got just naturally playing with my friend, and then I realized, man, I'm close to this platinum, might as well go for it. I'm gonna put that in the light work section. Although one of the trophies is kind of like glitched a little bit. Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. I'm gonna have to put this in light work as well. There's nothing particularly hard about that game. Shadowin, this is like some unknown stealth game. Nothing hard about it. I'm gonna go light work. Spider-Man, I think this is Miles Morales. Spider-Man Miles Morales, it was nothing hard. I actually did make a video about this too, if you want to check that out. Very fun game, nothing hard about it. So we're gonna go light work on that. And then Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man Insomniac game Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about, mediocre. It's not on the same level as Miles Morales. Miles Morales is a shorter game. The trophies are like less tedious, so we have to put the original Spider-Man in the mediocre. Spyro, this is the trilogy, light work, especially the third game out of the trilogy. It's light work. Naruto Storm 1, from my memory, this was light work. Storm 2, I gotta put this one in mediocre. I put that one in mediocre because it was there was one trophy that was very grindy and very time consuming where you had to win like 50 ranked matches. I believe it was in Storm 2. If anyone knows and I'm wrong, then correct me, but I believe it was in Storm 2. You had to win 50 ranked matches. And at the time when I went for this trophy, the game was dead. Storm 4 had already been out for like years. So Storm 2 had like almost no player base. I had to boost this trophy with somebody and it took a while. So that's why I'm putting it there. Storm 3, from my memory, I believe Storm 3 was very tedious. So I'm gonna put it in the mediocre. Storm 4, I don't have much memory of Storm 4. I don't think it's light work, so I'm gonna go mediocre on that too. Strike Vector, I don't know if it's EX, Strike Vector X, not a very popular game. It was free at one point, like several years ago. I'm gonna go light work. I don't think it's actually hard. hard. There's one trophy, I think it's an online trophy, but you get matched up against bots, so it's really easy. Tabletop Racing World Tour. I want to go with light work. It's definitely not hard. I can't remember anything hard about it, to be honest. The Deadly Tower of Monsters. This is a fun game. Fun little free indie game that came out years ago. Definitely in light work. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I actually just started playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2, so I'm working on that, but I'm not going to make a video out of that one. Ty 1, I did make a video about this. If you remember that game, or if you like that game, you can check that out. And this was light work. There's no trophy guide on PSN Profiles or PlayStation Trophies, or even on PowerPic's website. There is one on this website called PlatGet. Honestly, the trophy guide is not that great. I mean, it did help me a little bit, so we're grateful to use that. It was an easy platinum. Uncharted 4, where did I put? I put Lost Legacy in the mediocre. I kind of have to do the same thing with Uncharted 4 because it's kind of the same standard. The Uncharted trophies are always very similar. You always have to beat the game on crushing. I want to put it in tough, but I don't know if I can. I'm gonna put that there. And then the last one here is the Uncharted collection, the Nathan Drake collection. This is inverted. It looks weird, I know. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that in mediocre too, because kind of the same reasons as Lost Legacy and Uncharted 4. That's my tier list. Here's a playlist of every game that I've made a platinum trophy video on so far. You can check it out if you want to. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Peace out.